If you've enjoyed the singing this morning, say amen.
Amen.
If you have your Bibles this morning, you would open to Joshua chapter 6. Joshua chapter 6. Joshua chapter 6 and verse 20 says, "So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpets. And it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down so flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city." Amen. I want to talk to you for just a few minutes this morning about the walls of Jericho and those walls falling. Amen. I want to talk to you this morning about walls that you and I build in our lives and how we need to get those walls down. Amen.
Amen.
There's a lot of times in our lives that we build walls, and we build them for different reasons. Amen. And I'm going to try to keep this introduction short, amen, so that I can get you into this. But I want you to understand, and I'm going to use me as an example right now because I know the walls I've put up, amen. And I remember that when my wife first left me, I made it a point that I was going to live my life with walls around me. I was going to build walls around me because when she left, I hurt so bad that I never wanted to feel that kind of hurt ever again. So I began to build walls around me, and I began to push people away. I wanted never to hurt ever again. I didn't want to feel that kind of pain. So I said, I'll just not let people get close to me. I just won't let anybody in. And every once in a while, I might peek over the wall and see what's happening. Amen? But I began to build these walls around me. But in building these walls around me, what happened was I also began to push out blessings from God. Amen? There was people that I needed in my life that were blessings to me. There were people that I needed in my life so that I could rely on them, lean on them, have them pray for me. But in building these walls, I began to push out the people I really needed in my life. Amen. Also, in building these walls, I began to push the church out. Amen. The people that I could really rely on and lean on, I began to push them away because I didn't want to be hurt. Amen. And listen, along that line, sometimes you get hurt in church and you begin to build walls. You'll tell yourself, I'm just going to go join another church. And now when I join that church, I'm not going to take a job and I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to build walls. I'll just go, sit, listen to the preacher, get up and go home. And I won't be involved. But I'll tell you, learning this from experience also, you can't grow as a Christian not being involved. You've got to get involved, put down roots, and begin to grow. Amen. You've got to take down the walls. Amen. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, taking the walls down. Amen. Getting the walls down out of our lives. Listen, and there are 4 steps that these people had to do for the walls of Jericho to come down. And I want you to listen to the things that they had to do for God to bring down the walls of Jericho. Amen. The first point is they had to choose a leader. Amen. Listen, I want you to understand what's happened here. Let me go on and read it, amen. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 7 and 8 says, "And Moses called Joshua and said unto him in the sight of all of Israel, Be strong and of a good courage, for thou must go with this people unto the land which the Lord has sworn unto their fathers to give them. And thou shalt cause them to inherit it. And the Lord, He it is that goeth before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed." I want you to catch a picture of what's going on. God has spoke to Moses in the first part of this chapter, and He's told Moses, I've got you this far, but you will not lead the people people over Jordan into the promised land. You're not going to do it. You've got to pick another man to do it. And the Bible said you need to get Joshua to do it. The Bible said here, we read that Moses began to talk to the people and tell them he wasn't going to lead them. And now he called Joshua to the forefront. And he told Joshua, I'm not going to lead the people over and help them inherit the land. He said, you'll be the man. You're going to do it. We'll go down just about 3 more chapters. Deuteronomy chapter 34 and verse 9 said, and Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him. Moses had said, all right, Joshua is going to be the leader. God has spoke to me. And I'm telling you, Joshua, you're the man for the job. And the Bible said there that Moses laid his hands on Joshua and began to pray for the Spirit to move in his life. Moses laid his hands down on him and began to pray for God to work the miracle in his life. I remember at my ordination service when they ordained me. Listen, I remember as they were getting ready to close, and I knelt down at that altar. Each and every man that sat on that presbytery come around and laid hands on me. Some whispered something in my ear, but they all began to pray over me that God would anoint me, that I would always be the man of God and stand and proclaim the word of God. But they laid their hands on me, amen, just as Moses laid his hands on Joshua that day. But let's move on because I want to get to where we got to get to with this thing. Joshua chapter 1, listen, starts out saying, and Moses, a servant of God, died. That's what it said in the first verse. He died. He's gone. And God began to talk to Joshua. And now God is talking to Joshua. And in verse 5 of chapter 1, he said, there shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. I want you to understand where I'm headed with this right quick. Listen, Moses has laid his hands on Joshua, said, you're the man, handle it. God has come on the scene, and God has said, you're the man, handle it. Amen. But what I want you to clue on right here is, I'm talking about God can't bring the walls down till the people decide they're going to follow the man of God. Listen, it doesn't matter if they put their hands on him, if God's chose him, if the people won't get behind him and follow him, then God ain't going to bring the walls down. Amen. The people have got to make a decision. Our leader that we have followed for 40 years is gone. Are we going to get behind Joshua, or are we going to go another direction? Amen. Amen. Now, this is where they've got to get to, amen, because God said, I want you to do it. Moses said, you're the man to do it, but the people have to decide in their heart if they're going to follow or not. They've got to decide. They've got to make a decision. Are we going to support this man, or are we not going to support this man? Are we going to get behind him and trust in him or not? Amen? And I'm going to get to some things in a minute because you're going to see what they were looking at. Amen? But let's drop on down, amen, and read what happens here. Amen? Joshua chapter 1, verse 16 and 17. Because I told you the first point is they got to choose a leader. They've got to choose who they're going to follow. Amen? Joshua chapter 1, verse 16 and 17 said, and they answered Joshua. Joshua got up front and said, now God has touched me. Moses has laid hands on me, and I'm going to lead you over. All right? The people are going to answer. Verse 16, and they answered Joshua, saying, all that thou commandest us, we will do. And whithersoever thou sendest us, we will go. According as we hearken unto Moses in all things, so we will hearken unto thee. Only let the Lord thy God be with thee, as he was with Moses. Listen, they got behind the man of God there. They said, all right, we trust that Moses trust you. We're going to get behind you, and we're going where you lead. Amen. It takes a lot of trust to put your faith in a man of God and say, I'm going to follow you because you're following God. Amen. To trust in Him. Listen, I know sometimes that can be hard. Amen. Because I've had a special men of God in my life that have let me down. Amen. I put them up on a pedestal and thought this man's anointed by the grace of God. Amen. If anybody's going to grace the doors of heaven, he will. Amen. And then something happened and he'll fall. Amen. And all of my faith in him just wiped out. Amen. Listen, that's why we must put our faith and our trust in our God. Choose Him. Amen.
Amen.
Praise God. Praise God.
They had to get to a point where they said, all right, Joshua, we'll trust you. We believe that God has anointed you to be the leader, and we're gonna stay with you. We're going to follow you. Amen. Now, I want you to understand something, all right? This is where it gets kind of sticky. They have fought many battles before they ever got over Jordan into Jericho and fought that one. If you read and study through Deuteronomy, you'll find they've already defeated several nations. They've already fought several battles. Joshua is a great general. He's been a good man to take over. Listen, he has led them into battle. He got up, he put his armor on, he grabbed his shield, he grabbed a sword and maybe had a spear, I don't know, and he led them into battle. They trusted him because he wasn't one of those leaders that would stand over here and say, now go get them. Joshua got out in front and led, said, let's take it. God said we can have it. Let's take it. Amen.
Amen.
You know how I knew Joshua was that kind of leader? Because there was 12 spies went in the land, and when they all come back, 10 of them said, we can't take it. Oh, there's giants in that land, and there's no way we can take it. But the Bible said 2 of them, only 2 of them stood up and said, yes, we can. One of them was Joshua. The other was Caleb. Joshua said, we can take it. Amen. There ain't no doubt in my mind with God on our side, we can take the land. Amen. They've already fought many battles. Amen. And conquered many nations. And now comes the time of the people have got to put their trust in their general one more time. But the general said, lay down your sword. Lay down your spear. Lay down your shield. And let's go over here and just walk around the city. Now my general has told me to lay my weapon down. This is the man I'm trusting in, that I said, yes, I'm going to follow you. But he said, let's just put everything down and walk around the city. That's when it gets sticky for me, because as a soldier, I'm not going in harm's way without my weapon. Amen?
Yeah. Amen.
I'm not going out, because listen, now I've preached some of this before, and never thought about this till I got to looking at it this week. They're walking, now this is going to be my Jericho, and they're walking around Jericho. And it never dawned on me till I'm looking at it this week. They have laid their swords down. They have laid their spear down. And God said, walk around it and don't make no noise. Be quiet. And you know what I was thinking about this week? What about all them Jericho soldiers standing up on that wall? You know they had watchmen on the walls. You know they were ready for war because they knew Israel was coming. Because the Bible said they had done shut up the gates and closed everything in and was ready. Now I'm thinking, my leader has said walk around the wall. But there's a man up there with a bow and arrow that wants to shoot me and kill me. But I'm just going to trust my leader and trust God and walk around the wall. And trust that that man don't shoot me. Trust that he don't throw a spear at me. All them soldiers on top of that wall ready to defend their city. And sometimes we don't think about that. there's two miracles happening. They're walking around quiet, not making no noise, kind of like a Baptist church on a Sunday morning. Amen? Quiet. And they're going around quiet, not making no noise. And no soldier up on top of the wall is pulled back, ready to let loose on them. They may be scratching their head thinking, what are they doing? I'm ready for war, and they ain't charged us. They ain't throwing spears at us. They ain't doing it. They're just walking around, trying to figure it out. See, I'm talking about folks putting your trust in your leader when you don't understand. He has led them into war, and they've been victorious. And now he says, trust me, and lay your spear down and just walk. Sometimes you don't understand when your leader says this is the direction we're going, this is what we're going to do. Well, that don't make sense. That ain't the way we done it back yonder. When we took that city back there, we killed everybody. We jumped on them. We shot them. We stabbed them. We cut them up. And now you just want us to walk around? The power's gone to your